Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Lou Brutus!
I have come to reclaim the pyramids, and I speak to you having returned from the dark, dangerous place we call the Devil's Orchard.
Oh, man, it doesn't get much more frightening and intense than the Devil's Orchard.
We were out there after midnight last night. I was photographing the Milky Way and the stars over craters of the moon, and it was amazing. But tonight, stars of a different kind.
Peaches, what do we have in store this evening at the Mountain America Center?
Well, first we got TX2, then we got Avatar, then In This Moment, and then Ice Nine Kills.
The Kiss of Death Tour.
I like the name of that. The Kiss of Death at the Devil's Orchard.
We have been encountering just amazingly named things throughout the last 24 hours. And it was a total blast cruising out last night. We stopped at Pickles Place, had ourselves a nice atomic burger, Idaho burger. And I forgot what burger I had.
You had
Pickles Place, by the way, is awesome. It's incredible. And the folks working there were super groovy, cool, and it was the perfect place to stock up and fuel up before hitting the ancient lava fields of south central Idaho.
Very nice to roll through, the atomic-themed first city powered by atomic power, Arco, and then end up in the Devil's Orchard.
It was great seeing all of the five-legged coyotes there in the radioactive areas. It was, quite exciting to see the five-eyed bats as well flying in and out as we were doing the shots.
It's what happens out near the site. Looks like we've got a listener who may want to say hello. K-Bear, you are live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Hey, Vic, it's Cody.
Cody, what's up, man?
Oh, not much. How come you guys didn't mention you were in Arco last night?
Because we didn't want people to know we were headed to the Devil's Orchard.
It was secret. And yet, and I don't want to go into too much detail here, Cody, but we're out, and I'm not making this up. Peaches, Victor, back me up on this. We are in like the furthest reach of craters of the moon. There's not another human being for God knows how far. And as night begins to fall, another car pulls up. And it's another guy like me who's there to photograph the night sky. And we start chatting about nerdy photographer stuff. Turns out this guy lives about 1.5 miles from me. Swear to God, never met him before in my life. And he's like, he lives next to the church where I go to vote each November. Like, it was just the weirdest thing. And the great part was I was lamenting to the guys that I had forgotten gaffer's tape, which you use to sometimes lock down your lens when you're doing photography, like the night sky stuff I was doing last night. This guy pulls up and has the exact tape I need. And Victor was like, how did you conjure this man? How did you conjure this man? It only happens in the Devil's Orchard. That's an honest to God true story. It was the weirdest thing last night. I thought it was suddenly going to turn into The Hills Have Eyes or something, like dead mom in the lawn chair over by the lava.
It was very weird that he was a physicist from Johns Hopkins University, and it's like you got a radio legend with that, both doing the same thing, showing up in a weird location in Idaho.
Nerds.
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 I know, me and Peaches just kind of sat back and enjoyed listening to these two nerd out and swear at their cameras.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Thank God the pictures. Thank God the pictures came out. I really haven't had a chance to do much with any of them yet. But if anybody's,
there's some great photography out here.
Yeah. Oh man, the night skies here in Idaho, and like we saw with this cat last night, and one of my reasons that I love coming out here is you have night skies like. The eastern part of the United States, the night skies are crap. You can't see anything at night. Yeah. So I hope anybody who lives here appreciates the fact that you drive a few miles out of town and you can see the beauty of the night sky. And I can't even imagine what it would be like for something like the Leonid meteor shower in November where, there's literally hundreds of meteors every hour. Like it's just got to be crazy. So what we need to do is convince some bands to book during meteor shower so I can come out here and do it again.
Let's do it.
That'd be a greatly named festival. An excuse for Lou to come take some photos.
Cody,
the Devil's Orchard.
yeah.
Cody, are you coming to the show tonight?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
You got to find me. I've got limited edition guitar picks, hard drive radio guitar picks. There's a brand new pick that we posted the art for yesterday. It's of Darla the Wonder Dog and I. And we posted the art for the first time because it was National Dog Day. I will have those. But also tonight, only available for this gig and this gig alone, are special Darla picks. Now, Darla the Wonder Dog is my beloved Yorkie poo, and she's a big Avatar fan. So she had me do glow-in-the-dark guitar picks done by the same company that does the glow-in-the-dark picks for Avatar, except they do her as Darlanus Barkerstrom. So her face is on the front, and then there's two different backs. One has the Darlatar logo, and the other says Dance, Darla, Dance. And again, they glow in the dark. They're exactly like the real Avatar picks. I did have to put 10 aside for each of the guys from Avatar tonight. But other than that, the only place to get them is from me in person tonight. So find me tonight. These are amongst the rarest of all of the picks that I do for Darla and me and Hard Drive.
I would say it'd be pretty easy to spot Lou.
Sure, I'll find you.
Because you'll just see me, and you'll see Victor, you'll see Lou.
Yeah, look for bald
I'll
me.
look for Peaches.
Yeah, but you're still going to be looking up to Johannes.
That's true. We might be able to.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can somehow get a photo of the two of you together, because it's rare that we get anybody, period, who's as tall as Peaches.
I say we
in a
put,
photo.
you know what? There's got to be a yard around here. Let's put together like a pickup basketball game tonight, and watch. Yeah.
Peaches is always calling
I
people
call
on
Peaches on my team.
for a little game of basketball.
We need Lieutenant Crane as part of that, too.
Oh, he's quite the bragger when it comes to his basketball skills. So
He's a strong dude. I wouldn't want to mess with him in the key there.
Yeah. Well, Cody, great to hear from you, man. Appreciate you calling in, and we look forward to seeing you at the show tonight.
Right, for sure. I'll find you guys.
Thanks, Cody.
Peace.
Yeah. You guys have a good one. See you
too.
tonight.
Yeah, see you tonight.
Yeah, it was wild last night when Charles showed up. Shout out to Charles Elliott. He gave me his card here.
Super genius.
Super genius. I assume, he was working at the site is what he told us. So I think Charles, he might have been an MIB. That's my suspicion. We were looking for UFOs all night. I think perhaps they were out there keeping an eye on us.
I did pick up some anomalous stuff. I showed you that one. It's one of the Milky Way shots, and there's a meteor in it. But then we also found some other things that we didn't know what they were and hadn't seen it with the naked eye. So,
well, out there, near the site, that's where, I would suspect if we're ever going to spot some UFOs.
We thought, coming back through Arco, we thought we saw a man who was about 22 feet high, but it turned out to be some cowboy stand-up on the side of 2026, right?
Yeah, it caught both of us like, whoa, what's happening here?
And meanwhile, Victor's been up for close to a day. I'd been up by that point for about 26 hours because I'd been traveling to get here and all that stuff and wasn't sleeping. And I'm like, oh, man, I really got to get back to the hotel.
It did look like a giant ghostly figure. Just coming out of nowhere.
I thought it was Bigfoot for a second there.
Well, and also all of the bats last night, which are great to see. Bats, by the way, are excellent neighbors. They eat all of the bad bugs. If you have bats, consider yourself lucky. But, man, they were flying within what? A foot or two of all of us. It was like, fellas, let's just back it off a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to end up, in that Aussie situation where you got to get them rabies shots and things like that.
Yeah, that's no joke.
No, that would not be pleasant.
Can we play some Avatar?
Absolutely. Now, I would hope if you pick a song, we've got it in the system. We've, of course, got all the radio songs.
Yeah, Lou, you can see it right here. These are all the Avatar songs that we have here.
So that way you don't throw something out and I go, I don't have it in the system, because I do need...
you know what? Can we play like maybe 2 or 3 Avatar songs since they're one of my favorite bands on the planet?
Absolutely. Let
us then begin with Colossus.
You want to hear that song live? You better be hanging out with us tonight at the Mountain America Center. Who's us? Me, Victor Wilt.
Peaches.
Lou Brutus.
Oh, my goodness. So good to have you back in the studio, Lou.
Direct from the Devil's Orchard.
The Devil's Orchard.
The Devil's Orchard.
Filled with bats. It was so fun last night.
And nuclear physicists. And
physicists.
Astrophotographers. And duct tape.
What else can you ask for?
All right, now that sounds like a party. Nuclear physicists, bats, and duct tape.
Yeah,
that's my kind of gig.
Yeah, nobody parties like us on a Monday night. That's how we roll.
It was so funny last night, too, because it's like people knew about this trip I'm doing this week, and I'll be with Disturbed tomorrow night in Iowa, and then I've got shows lined up across the other upper latitudes with Chevelle and Mudvayne and All That Remains and Nonpoint, and everyone thinks, oh, you're partying every night. And I'm like, man, I'm standing out in the middle of the desert, waving off bats.
Well, you were telling us how you and Avatar partied real hard on a recent evening you were out with those guys. So the listeners might really get a kick.
It was actually towards the end of the first leg of this tour that's playing tonight. It was at a great venue that I think Dave Grohl is part owner of, but don't hold me to that, a place called the Anthem in Washington, D.C., and it's a purpose-built theater, holds several thousand people. It's just a great place for a show. Anyway, I was there to see everybody, interview the bands, photograph folks, and the Avatar guys were like, and I do a very bad accent, so this is going to be a terrible. This is not it sounds more German than Swedish. But Lou, what are you doing for during the show and after the show this evening? And I said, I don't know. I figured we could hang out. What do you guys want to do? Well, we have a Dungeons and Dragons campaign going on. We after our set, we will be coming back here to our dressing room, and we are going to play Dungeons and Dragons all night. Would you like to play? And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in years. And I used to play literally, my friends and I, Bobby Glusing, Matt Guzda, Kevin Roy, we would play for like 12 to 15 hours in a row at Bobby Glusing's house, and his mother would just throw sandwiches into the room to keep us alive. and we play old school with pen and paper and 20-sided dice. Johannes Eckerstrom is a brilliant dungeon master, so I created a character, Brutus the Berserker, and I joined the dungeon party. We raided an orc encampment to free some slaves from a cave. And, we played till like 2:30 in the morning, and a bus call, they had to go, and I had to Uber home. And I don't know if that is continuing. If it is, I'm hoping that I will be able to continue my character in the campaign tonight. So that's what goes on. It's not whiskey. It's not cocaine backstage. It's Dungeons and Dragons backstage.
Heck yeah.
That's my kind of tour. Again, nerd stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we were talking about that as well, that after the Rock Radio Awards, the way you and I have partied down in Vegas. Like, all right, what are we going to do? Lou's, just won the big syndicated Host of the Year award. What are we going to do to celebrate in Vegas?
In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger.
Everyone else is going to the bars and the strip clubs. I'm like, man, I'm going to In-N-Out. I'm taking my award. I'm going to stand in line at In-N-Out Burger. And I think I had a tuxedo on, right?
Yeah. We're sitting down in In-N-Out Burger, Vegas.
Was that the night, or actually I think it was the night before at one of the pre-awards parties? We were at the top of, I don't think it was the Hard Rock. I think it was one of the other hotels.
I think the first time I hung out with you, we were at the top of Mandalay Bay.
It was Mandalay Bay. This was where, and we're up on, I don't know, the 32nd floor or something, the big party floor, open to the air, and I had a few drinks and ended up crawling on all fours on a ledge outside the balcony, meowing like a cat. And that is a true story, Victor. And by the way, the Mandalay Bay, who are very nice people, they frown on that sort of behavior, as do the Las Vegas police, as we can tell you. So, and again, I don't like heights, so why I thought it was a good idea, not only to just go out on the ledge, but to meow like a cat. That was, I think I was in a Groucho Marx mood that night. I don't know.
When I've talked about that night a bunch of times, because when I rolled into that convention,
always under oath. Do you in fact remember? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all good. But I didn't know anybody there. And I don't know why, but for some reason, you just kind of took me under your wing that night. And all of a sudden, I was just meeting everybody. And I think everybody's like, who's this guy with Lou? We got to find out who this guy is. Well, and I made so many friends.
I figured you were the only one who could keep up with me doing shots. I'm like, well, this guy looks healthy. He looks manly enough to drink half a bottle of Jack tonight.
And now he's taking COVID shots.
There you go. You got to stay old man healthy.
That's right.
Yeah, me and Lou have had some great times in Vegas. Again, it's usually nerd stuff. At another edition of the Radio Awards, you wanted to dress up and pay homage to the great Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter Thompson. What are you doing? Wilt? For God's sake, man. Don't wear that talk. I'll put the leashes on you.
Needed some props and and a shirt, a nice button-down Hawaiian shirt. And you would think it's Vegas, the Strip. How hard could it be to find a fly swatter?
Very hard. Took us a couple of hours.
It
and
did.
what, about 10 stops, different stores?
Yeah, and we walked through some very interesting areas of Vegas. I don't think a lot of people do.
By interesting, you mean crime-ridden.
Yes.
If you want to get some heroin, here's the place to go. Like, oh, man. And Victor's looking at me like, do you really need this stuff? And I'm like, well, I got the shirt. And this is, again, honest to God truth, back me up on this. It took us probably half of that 2 hours. I needed to find fly swatters because you can't really do a Hunter Thompson outfit unless you have a fly swatter to hit people with the rest of the night.
And I did witness you hit a number of people with said fly swatter.
Indeed. Most of whom took it in stride. Not all. Technically, that's an assault, by the way.
But hey, it's Vegas. It's Vegas. And yeah, I've got that great photo of you and me where you're dressed as Hunter S. Thompson holding up the swatter.
Yeah.
You even had the,
I still have those fly swatters, by the way.
Do you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it was just so fun. Again, I don't know how we managed to hook up and become such good buddies, but listeners, you ever get a chance, you hear lose in Vegas, you're probably not going to get too crazy, but you're going to end up in some weird
Call
situations.
your bail bondsman before you go. I'm just saying, just a heads up. I'm not saying that anything bad's going to happen. I'm just saying, why not be prepared?
Yeah. You should always plan ahead in Vegas, for sure. So
are we going to get into that sort of stupid trouble tonight?
Of course, we're in Idaho
Are we dragging
Falls.
Jill and Dee along with us tonight?
I think we should drag everyone who wants to come along.
I think we should do that, yeah. And again, find me. I'm going to be all around tonight. I'll certainly be in the photo pits tonight, and I'll be doing some of the emceeing with you guys, but I've got the new brand new hard drive radio guitar picks. I've got the new Lou Brutus and Darla Best Friends Forever guitar picks. And tonight only, I swear to God, this is the only time you can get these glow in the dark Darlatar picks. There are 2 different styles, and this is the only place they're going to be available this gig tonight.
And Jade, how dare you steal my Darlatar guitar picks?
Yeah, now these things, there's only 100 of each of them. Like, these things are going to go fast. And again, I put some aside for Darla and I had to put a bunch aside for the band. So we've already cut into it quite a bit. So these are going to be rarer than hen's teeth. They glow in the dark, and they're made by the exact in-tune guitar picks, the people who do the guitar picks for Tim and the guys from Avatar.
And Lou, do you believe in magic guitar picks? You ever heard of this from any guitar players? Like the pick of destiny from Tenacious D?
Well, I know of people guitarists who think particular picks they've played had a little something extra in them.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm certainly familiar with the pick of destiny. I don't have one of those. There are actual picks of destiny that Jack and Kyle have manufactured, and they're giant, and they have the face, they have all the artwork and stuff. But
well, my magic picks, I've got 2 of them at my house. One is a just Lou Brutus hard drive radio guitar pick. I mean, you've seen them; they're just sitting around. Yeah. I had a Darla Metallica bass pick sitting in my truck when he jumped in. So I've got the Lou Brutus hard drive radio white pick with your face on it, and then the other one I got, Aaron from Q Prime handed me during a Metallica show. Something about those 2 picks. I pick them up, start playing guitar, riffs just appear.
And I haven't gotten any picks from the current Metallica tour, which is essentially wrapping up in Seattle this coming up for Labor Day weekend. And I really had wanted to get the picks. I think they saved some for me. I just haven't gotten them yet. In particular, I had wanted some from my birthday last year. I saw the band in Detroit. They played November 10 and 12 that Friday and Sunday. And great way to spend one's birthday, but I never got posters from that. I haven't gotten any of the posters from this. I'm telling you something. If you find yourself in Seattle this weekend and you catch wind quickly of a pop-up store for Metallica, run and get a poster, because I think what's happening a lot is dealers are running there because these things are on eBay like 10 minutes later, and I mean $300, $400, $500.
Oh yeah,
like it's crazy. And I know it's not the band's fault. I mean, they can't stop it, but man, oh man, if you can get your hands on any of these current Metallica tour posters, you're a very lucky person.
Well, speaking of getting your hands on things, 3 people messaged me at once. Can you get me a Darla glow in the dark pick?
Oh, honest to God, how many do I need to put aside? Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to show up in the parking lot tonight. I'm going to have 3 of them.
Well, we got all our lines lit. Let's see if people got some questions. K-Bear, you're live on the radio. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Jay.
Okay, this is Crazy Jay. I don't know if we told you about Crazy Jay last night or not.
No, I would remember being warned about a Crazy Jay.
So Crazy Jay,
almost a Breaking Bad character, but
he'd fit in well in the world of
Crazy.
Him and
Eight,
Tuco
right?
together would be terrible.
tight.
Crazy Jay, what's your question for Lou?
What is your most favorite thing you've gotten from a band?
Oh, you know what? We were talking about that. That's a great question, Jay, and I appreciate that because I had not had a chance. I saw it posted earlier today. I haven't had a chance to answer it yet on Facebook, but we were talking about it in the lobby with Jill. One day, about 2 weeks after the first Slipknot tour ended, and that tour went on for like a year and a half, close to 2 years, and it was grueling. And I went to, I don't know how many shows on it, 30, 40, a lot of shows. And I was at the last couple of shows, Halloween in New York City, and then the final night, November 1st, was the Electric Factory in Philly, and there was a party went on for like a day. It was bad. Things went on. Anyway, about a week or two after that, I'm at home, knock at the door, I open it, and it's my regular FedEx guy, and he's got this giant box. And I look at him and I say, "What the hell is that?" And he looked at me, he said, "I thought you would tell me." I said, "Bring it in, let's open it up, see what we got." And as soon as we start to take the thing out of the cardboard, I realize what's going to be inside. It was a guitar case, and it had all of the stage markings. If you see a guitar case on a tour, it's stage left or guitar 6, or there's all this stuff for the crew to know where it goes. And I realized, oh my God, it's one of Slipknot's guitars. I opened it up, and it's the green Jackson guitar that James Root played every night of the first tour, and it is beat to hell. Like it is. This has been a working guitar for hundreds of gigs, and not only was it the guitar, James had all 9 of the guys sign in gold paint pen, and they all wrote messages and thank yous. Because again, Hard Drive, even before the first single, Wait and Bleed, dropped, we had gotten a hold of an unfinished mix of it, and I loved it. And I'm like, oh, this is like my favorite song. And I started playing the hell out of it on the show and sort of championing the band. And, we got pretty tight after that. And James put that as a thank you. And out of all the stuff I've got, that's probably the favorite. Victor and Peaches know the last couple of years, I have worked very diligently cataloging all of the stuff I've got going back to my first concert, which was Black Sabbath and Ted Nugent, December 1976, Madison Square Garden. Frank Zappa was the MC. Wow. He was there to hang with the Black Sabbath guys that night. And I've saved pretty much all the ticket stubs, cloth backstage passes, laminates, 3,000 plus guitar picks, 1,000 plus posters, dozens of guitar, like there's tons of stuff. And I cataloged it in the hopes that we're going to do like a coffee table book of it.
One of my things is I try to save the ticket stubs if I can get them. Yeah. And I try to get the band to sign them.
Oh, see, that's great. Something I know a lot of people have done, and I thought, why would anyone do that years ago? And I wish I had done it now. A lot of people put the set lists on the back of the ticket stub. Now, Jay, let me ask you, when you go to shows in these accursed times where there are no ticket stubs, where there's e-tickets, what do you do in lieu of a ticket stub?
Well, I try to bring a CD of theirs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's the only thing you can really do. Or some places you can, like Mountain America, if you go and ask for a ticket stub, they will get you one.
Now see, that's a great venue. That's a cool venue. There is a site, and I plug it from time to time on Hard Drive XL. There's a site called stubforge.com, and they do tickets, and you really can't tell them apart from a Ticketmaster ticket. And you go in and you can customize every field. And at the end, instead of saying Ticketmaster, it says Stubforge. And you can fill in your seat information, anything, the price of the ticket, the tax, whatever it is that you want to put in there. And that way you can at least have a ticket from it. So I've done it a number of times for some of the ticketless shows I've seen, including, and you'll laugh that I've gone to see artists like this, but I don't care. Ed Sheeran, who's great, big Slipknot fan, by the way, huge Slipknot fan.
Well, he's supposed to be doing a song with Cradle of Filth.
Oh yeah. He's a big fan of them. He's a big Pink Floyd. The first time I met him, he was just starting to come up, and he was playing some pop show. And a family member of mine was a big fan and said, hey, you got to listen to this guy. He's really good. And certainly not something I would play on the show, but he's very, very good. He's a hell of a guitar player and super nice guy, super music nerdy. He and I started talking about Slipknot and Pink Floyd. And since then, whenever I brought him some autographed Slipknot stuff. So he never remembers my name, but I walk in the room and he goes, I remember you. You're the Slipknot guy. You know?
Slipknot. What a great nickname.
Yeah, so anyway, it gets me backstage at the shows and in the photo pit, so it's something, you know.
Nice. Well,
thanks, thanks, Jay. Yeah.
No problem. Hey,
we'll see you
hopefully
tonight.
I'll see you guys tonight.
I'll say, Jay, I'm going to specifically save you one each of all the guitar picks for tonight, so I'll see you then.
Okay, thank you.
Right on. See you, Jay.
Bye.
K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Amber, and I just called in to say hi to Lou.
Hi, Amber. How are you? You coming tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I got some. Well, my son, it's Josiah, won meet and greets with Avatar.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. Excellent.
Yeah, thanks to us.
They are they're some of the nicest people in rock and roll. You know, it's no secret they're one of my favorite bands. You know, and this is such a great build. Now, I've never seen TX2 before, so this will be a first for me. But
my son's 13, so he's super excited to see him too, because he actually introduced me to.
Now, is this his first show, or has he gone to rock concerts before?
He's been to a few. I've indoctrinated him.
Very good. See,
So
you're a
his
good
first
mom.
one was Shinedown. Yeah, his first one was Shinedown in Boise 2 or 3 years ago.
That's an excellent first show to see. Yeah, what was your first show? Do you remember?
Papa Roach at BFE in like 2008.
I saw that tour. Is that a poster for it?
Yeah, right
There's
there.
a poster for it here in the
2007.
Yeah. Papa Roach, Clutch.
Was it 2007?
Clutch is a great band.
Yeah.
They're Maryland guys.
Yeah.
Edema, they were a great band. Living Color.
I had no idea what I was getting into, and I had enough money to buy one Powerade, and I was there from 11 o'clock in the morning until like 1 in the evening.
Suffering for rock and roll.
Yeah, and that's how I do it.
That's a rock and roll juice cleanse.
Yeah, one of those
It was
BF.
fantastic.
Yeah, one of those BFEs. I actually signed on to work as like security just so I could go to the show.
Yeah.
Just kind of wanted to get in.
And you said your son's name is Josiah?
Yeah, Jesiah. And
Josiah.
we're going to get one of those Darlatar picks. We're going to come find you.
I will absolutely make sure that you and Josiah get a set of them, because again, there's two variations on the pick, so we'll have to make sure you get both. And again, by the way, I would like to add that Josiah sounds like somebody that you would meet in the Devil's Orchard. That's right, the Devil's Orchard.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, by the way, I think I think we need to recognize the fact that if any one of us says the Devil's Orchard, one of the others must follow up with the Devil's Orchard. So let's try it. So last night
The only way that you say it.
Yeah, last night we were out at the Devil's Orchard.
The Devil's Orchard.
There you go. Perfect.
That was almost in sync, too. That was pretty
That's
good.
pretty good. Not too
Well,
bad.
we'll look for you at the show tonight, and again, I'll make sure that
Okay.
you guys have picks.
That's awesome. Another thing I was calling about the things you can have signed is I always take a dollar bill,
Oh,
and then I have a priceless item that a band has signed, and it looks cool on a wall with the stuff.
And say that again. What is it?
just a dollar bill.
A
Put
dollar
it on the
bill.
wall.
It's a $1 bill.
I got a $2 bill that a listener gave me one time. That says
There
to
you go.
Victor,
Yeah,
hanging on the wall in here.
Nice.
So I always take a dollar bill too, and then I have something for them to sign all the time.
Nice.
And you'll never go broke now either.
That too. That too.
Well, we'll see you tonight.
Yay! Thank you.
I'll see you at the show. Bye.
All right. Well, I mean, now all the lines are lit. You guys got to get on this earlier, but we got to take a quick break. Maybe we'll take some more calls.
They're all gonna. We'll have promised by the time the hour is up. Victor, I think we've promised out 14,000 picks for this evening.
I was going to say, we better not see any of these picks on
Yeah.
eBay or something like that.
Hey, they might be magic. Like you
know,
the same color as the pick of destiny.
Every now and then I have to laugh too. Like somebody will say, "Hey, your pick is up for sale for $20 on eBay," and I'm like, if I thought I could get $20 for these picks, I would not be giving them out for free,
Right.
Setting up the Lou Brutus eBay storefront. Yeah, it might be a big moneymaker.
I am, for the show tonight, I am wearing the newest t-shirt available from the merch table at loubrutus.com. It says, if music is a drug, then I am an addict.
Gonna have to get myself one of those. Very, very
I
sweet.
was going to bring you one, and I couldn't fit it in the suitcase.
We had a lot of gear, lots of cameras, and other fun
electronics,
items.
and they love me going through TSA. They're just, what are these? It looks like plastic exploded. It's guitar picks, dude. It's guitar picks.
Come on now.
You're on guitar picks. Yeah, they have my dog as a Swedish metal singer on them. It's like, dude, just go, get out of here, just move on, take your flight.
Well, we'll be back in just a few with more Lou. Hope to see y'all at the show tonight. Tickets still available. And I saw, scalpers are panicking. They're starting to unload their tickets cheap. So if you haven't picked them up yet, stick it to them. Buy those tickets as cheap as you can and join us for the show. We'll be back in a minute. Are you coming in here to ruin our fun?
Just yours.
Figures.
Lou and Peaches can have all the fun they want. But I need to make sure you have a terrible moment today.
Go figure. And I was telling Lou, we can just talk and have fun. And then here we go. Boss Man shows up.
Pick thieving
Boss Man shows up.
Pick thieving vomit.
That was just my pick. You didn't know it yet.
I said boy.
Did you see Lou's new line of stickers?
Yeah, I was just checking those out.
They are
available at loubrutus.com. Just $1 each.
Hey, that's
giant size stickers.
Yeah, they're big. They're really cool.
That's what she said.
Went live on Facebook, and we're just taking a few listener calls for a few here till Jade makes me leave. 208-535-1015, the number to call. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Wait, this is Quint.
Quint, what's your question for Lou Brutus?
Oh, well, I don't know. Didn't really just called. My question is, hey, you want to hang with another old dude? 'Cause I'm an old guy.
People can laugh all they want. I might be old, but I've seen all the great bands.
That's right.
Hey, Lou, let me tell you. This will tell you how old I am. So when I was 6 years old, my first concert was Three Dog Night.
Oh my God.
At the Mini Dome here in Pocatello, Idaho.
Now, this I'm guessing this was 72 or 73?
It would have been, I believe, 72. I'm not really quite, I was 6 years old.
That's a great first concert, though. They were, they were a rock band. They had a lot of pop hits, huge on the radio. I never saw them.
Yeah, my mom worked for a local TV station at the time, and she had tickets to go, and my dad was working, so he couldn't go. So she had to take me to the concert with her and one of her coworkers. And all I remember is laying there in the seats because I was so bored. I didn't really want to be there, because I'm 6 years old. But I kept asking my mom, I'm like, what's that funny smell that
I swear to God, I was about to say that. Yeah, there's a cloud of funny smelling smoke.
And my mom just kept going, It's incense. They're just burning incense. And I'm like,
dirty hippies.
I'm like, okay, so, that shows you how old I am. But
you're older than I am.
Yeah, but I love the new stuff. I can't get enough of the Bad Omens. Peaches will tell you I'm a big Starset fan. So.
I'm going to be seeing Starset in about 3 weeks from now. Yeah, I'm going to see, and I don't know how many times I've seen them, but I never miss a chance.
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah, I've seen them a couple times, but that'd be a good band to get out there on the Crater of the Moons and have them play a big show out there. I heard you were talking something about that. I didn't really catch it.
I know a good spot at the Craters of the Moon that they might be able to do a good show, and it's called
Devil's Orchard. The Devil's Orchard. Dustin and I were texting the day of, not the 2017 eclipse that came here in totality to Idaho. I flew to Columbus, which is the hometown of Starset. They were in Dallas on tour that day. Dallas was also in the path of totality, and we're both texting because we were in places that was going to be iffy for the weather. So they got to see the eclipse a little while before it peaked where I was in Ohio, and I got the pictures. They had a gig that night, and they built their tour around being in Dallas that day, and I was just so glad it had worked out. I had seen the 2017, they had not, so that was the first totality for all the Starset guys and girls.
Right, and I did hear the interview where he was saying he planned the tour just so they could be somewhere in the past.
Exactly, yeah. And the weird thing that day was that that time of year is not normally a super clear place anywhere in the United States, but chances were that you would get better skies down in Texas and horrible skies up in New England where it topped out. As it turned out, New England was crystal clear that day, and Texas, they had their tornadoes and stuff and thunderstorms. It only cleared up just in time for totality for the Starset folks in Dallas. I did okay in Ohio. We had a little bit of high haze, but other than that, the pictures came out really good. If you go to the socials, you can go back and see them.
Right, yeah. I saw the one here, and it was pretty cool. But
yeah, I know you guys. I remember Victor telling me you guys had just perfect, pristine skies for it here.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and by the way, if anybody else is interested, probably not many, but there's going to be total eclipse in 2025. Spain will be the best place for that. In 2027, downtown Sydney, Australia gets totality. A lot of Australia gets it. But the one you want to see, I believe, if I have my years right, is 2026. Total solar eclipse. It hugs the north coast of Africa, cuts down to the Horn of Somalia. The place you want to be is Luxor, Egypt.
Whoa.
That is where the Valley of the Kings is, and there's all these pyramids and all of these statues. The totality there is going to be nearly 6.5 minutes.
Whoa.
Longer than it's been on Earth in about 200 years. I'm already trying to scam my way out there. It's like, maybe Starset will play, Yeah, exactly. It's like, maybe Metallica will be there. Hitch a ride with Metallica,
Well, I'm glad you have my cell phone number, Lou. So, remember that one.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to take a flatboat down the Nile to Luxor.
Yeah.
Well, I've scammed my way into tougher things than that, so let me see if we can't pull this caper off. So
no brainer, then you got it.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, good to talk to you.
Yeah, thanks, Quinn.
Yeah, we'll see you tonight. Yeah, I'll be there tonight for sure.
Get there early because apparently half the Darlatar pics are like gone. The bag is like halfway gone. I'm like, I haven't even been there. I was out in the desert last night.
Okay, so we own a record shop in Pocatello, and I think a set of those would look spectacular with my Starset poster that's in the shop. So
what's the name of your record store?
It's called Vintage Vinyl.
And I'm going to guess you sell vintage vinyl?
Do you have the, hey, Quint, do you have the Opeth album called Heritage? Because there's a song on it called The Devil's Orchard. And it's a really good song. The Devil's Orchard.
No, we sell whatever. We sell mainly, I try to sell like a lot of used vintage stuff, records, but sell new stuff too. But we dabble in a little bit of everything. So.
All right, you got your free plug. Quick, we get it.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Just play.
Whoring yourself on the air like that is something we would never do for, say, LouBrutus.com and the new merch table where you can get the brand new Lou Brutus and Darla t-shirts and stickers. I mean, I would never think of plugging that at all.
Well, good to hear from you, Quint.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, man.
See ya.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Look at these patient callers waiting for Quint to get done there. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this? Patrick, what's your question for Lou?
Not so much a question, but more of I appreciate your show for Hard Drive XL.
Thank you.
And I also appreciate you supporting the veterans.
Oh, well, my dad was a veteran. I never served. They wouldn't want somebody like me, but no, it's, I think it's something that everybody should do. And not just around, Veterans Day or Memorial Day. One thing I love to do, and I don't mention it too much because it just doesn't sound right to talk about it, but I would encourage folks, anytime you're out someplace, particularly in airports, this is where I see the most. If you see somebody in uniform, they're probably going to or coming back from some place that most of us would rather not go. So pick up their tab and do it without them knowing it's you. And just from the side eye, watch their reaction, because that'll be worth whatever it is you spend. And I'm going to give you this is an honest to God warning. Never, ever, if you pick up a bar tab for Marines, don't drink with the Marines. Now, I'm born on November 10th, same day as the Corps, and Marines will then make you drink. And I don't care how good of a drinker you think you are. If there's some Marines coming back from someplace who are in fit Marine shape, you cannot drink with it. You are only going to get hurt, and you will never get to your flight. So, but thanks for bringing that up. And again, whenever you can, do a little something for any men or women in uniform, and you'll feel great, and you'll certainly make them feel really good too.
As I tell people, when they realize that I'm a veteran, I don't wear the uniform anymore.
Right.
But when they see it, and they go ahead.
I was going to say, what branch did you serve in?
Army.
Where were you stationed at?
My last active was in Kentucky and was in Afghanistan in 2010, 2011.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know that was probably not the most fun trip you've taken in your life.
No, but at least we got Bin Laden when I was there.
Yeah. Well, appreciate your service very much.
Thank you, Patrick. And, always good to hear from you, man. Hope you have a great rest of the day.
Oh, I will.
Thanks, Patrick. I appreciate it.
See you, man.
Yep, take care.
See ya.
K-Bear, you are live with Lou Brutus. What's up?
Hey, back in 2017, I ran into you at the Korn concert, and we took a picture and you gave me a guitar pick. And I'm also going to the Ice Nine Kill show tonight. And I was wondering if we could take another picture and if I could get another guitar pick.
You find me, we'll take a picture, and if there's pics left, you shall have one. What's your name?
Tasden.
What? Say that again?
Tasden.
Tasden?
Yeah.
Cool. That sounds like a Japanese monster name. Godzilla versus Tasden in the Devil's Orchard. The Devil's Orchard. The Devil's Orchard. Find me tonight, Tasden. Yeah, and that by the way, that Korn show was great. That was Korn.
It was.
That was Stone Sour playing in Oregon.
And Islander.
Yeah, an Islander played, yeah.
It was in Oregon. It was great.
Yeah. I should have dug them out this week. Corey, when he realized he had said Oregon and not Idaho, kind of did this, took this bow, and he was, kind of cringing. And I captured the moment, which I can say Corey was very appreciative of. He was like, "Oh, thanks, pal. That's great. Thanks. Always have my back." All right, I'll see you tonight, Tasden.
You too.
See you,
All
man.
right, thanks, man.
Just don't tell Jay Davis you've got those picks. He's a pick thief.
He'll steal them. Pick thief.
K-Bear, you're live on the show. Who's this?
This is Sid.
Sid, what's up?
Oh, not much. I was just going to give Lou a bad time. I'm a loyal listener at night. When I'm up in the mountains, I don't have cell service very often.
We had no cell service, and we were trying to get calls out just in case, the whole scene turned into The Hills Have Eyes, It's like, I don't think we're going to be able to get anybody here to help,
No service in the Devil's Orchard.
The Devil's Orchard. Yeah, but again, this might be a good thing to wrap on, since this is what we began the conversation with. But I hope anyone who lives in this part of the country appreciates the fact that you have some of the best night skies in North America. And there's geeks like me and Charles, nuclear physicist, who came out last night, who was shooting. We just ran into. People travel from all over the world to come out and see the night skies. And by the way, for anybody who deals with tourism or anything, a lot of states are enacting laws to protect the night skies for night sky tourism, because they found out that there are geeks like myself who will travel from all over the world just to be able to see the stars. So, people will go to places that they normally would not think to go for vacations or anything, just so they can be away from everything else. So take advantage of that. If you're looking for a business to run here in Idaho, get some land out in the hinterlands that has no light pollution, and let people know that they can shoot and do telescope stuff from there as well. And I'm telling you, they'll show up for it.
Well, yeah, where my house is in North Montague, north of Territon. I don't know if Victor knows where that is. But
oh, yeah.
anyway, and then I'd work up in Medicine Lodge in the wintertime and spring with cows and everything. So I don't have cell service, but I'm a loyal listener. I was just going to harass you and see if there was a way to get a free ticket tonight. I put in for it, but I didn't win.
Taking it beyond the picks, now tickets. Very demanding our listeners are of you, Lou.
In case, I don't know if they have the guest list in yet, but they are available at the door. So if worse comes to worse,
Yeah, man, there's some cheap, like I said earlier when we were chatting with Lou, I see scalpers panicking. They're offloading their tickets cheap. Stick it to them. Buy them as cheap as you can. There's some really good deals floating around online.
If you see a scalper out front, not only should you try and get the price down to something, the bare minimum, make them dance for your money. Dance, monkey! Dance! Dance, you monkey! You ticket scalping fiend.
Yeah. No, I'm on a limited income. I go up and just help my buddy out in the wintertime. And
okay.
He pays for food and power and stuff. But, I was just harassing.
Well, I hope you can figure out a way to make it out.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see you tonight. And again, I'm going to be out and about. Look for me. I'll be out on stage with everybody here from K-Bear. I'll be outside in front, and after the show, I'll be in the photo pits. And again, during what I'm calling the Grand Rock and Roll Tour of the Upper American Latitudes, I'll shoot the bands tonight. I'll shoot Disturbed and Plush tomorrow in Dubuque, Iowa. I'll be shooting Chevelle and Mudvayne and All That Remains and Nonpoint and Like a Storm and Versus Me this week. And I'm going to be posting these pictures for the next couple of weeks. And we're going to put some up on K-Bear's social media. You'll be able to get it on the Hard Drive Radio stuff. If you are not following, by the way, the Hard Drive Radio Facebook page or the Hard Drive Radio 2.0 Instagram, there's no politics. There's just lots of rock and roll and stuff from the show. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, there's going to be tons of backstage and onstage shots from all of these gigs and all of the star shots I did last night for the nerds who follow too. So,
okay, yeah, like I said, I'm on a limited income. And
well, sell some plasma.
I won't be able to make it in.
There's always the blood bank. There's
right.
always the blood bank. No,
well, good to hear from you.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you tonight.
All right.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
All right, I know Jade's got some stuff he needs me to do, so we'll have to go ahead and end the fun. But
you can come back in like 10 minutes.
And I'll see you kids. I'll see all you kids who are listening out there tonight. All the kids. Hey, kids!
If you want to be at the party, it's K-Bear's 25th anniversary celebration tonight at the Mountain America Center with Lou Brutus. Get your tickets. Come have fun with us. And Lou, thanks for spending a good chunk of time hanging out with us on the radio.
I'm so glad to be back in this part of the country because, again, I'm like a mushroom. I just sit in the dark in the studio and I do my things, and then I get quick moments of excitement where I go out to the shows and I do all the stuff with the bands and all the pictures and everything, and then it's right back into my darkened studio. But I love to travel in general, and I love this part of the country. You guys have been such great supporters of the show for all these many years, and all the folks who listen to K-Bear, they treat Hard Drive and they treat me like gold. I don't know why, but I'm very appreciative of the fact. And please come and find me tonight so I can thank you in person. And I honest to God, I mean that. I just want to be able to thank you in person and hopefully hand you over something. But I have a feeling the pics are going to evaporate quickly. So
yeah, get there early. Find Lou early.
Yeah, or catch one from the stage. And don't forget, when you see the scalpers, dance, monkey, dance.
Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program's a production of River. Why can't I say that?
No,
God.
I have to say Riverbend Media Group.
Riverbend Media Group. This program's a production of God. This program's a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.